Alright, let's get it. Post up the official episode 2. Last episode was not episode 2 because we had the full crew. So we got everybody. Yale Keys, Prestigious, Dillinger over there. So this is going to be the official episode number 2.
Official, baby.
Alright, official?
Official, baby.
Alright, so let's get right into it. I don't know if you guys have heard or seen on the news, we had another mass shooting, unfortunately.
It's crazy.
Like, this shit just keeps happening. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the 50 Cent Get the Strap shit just dropped.
Right.
It just dropped today, which I can't blame, I'm not gonna put the blame on 50 Cent or artists who talk about shooting and shit or whatever, but we do have to have some kind of like responsibility for this shit, because it's like, we're gonna praise it because I like the song. The song was dope, the video was dope, and then right after I listened to the song and saw the video, we got a mass shooting. Now those things are not correlated together. I mean, they're not, you know, he didn't make the video and then people started shooting. But I just feel like we have to have some kind of responsibility and some kind of open dialogue about what's going on in this country. Like, we fucking, all we doing is talking about guns and shooting people and this and that, and then in real life, niggas just getting shot. Like, there's too many guns out here. And from the news report, it's like over a Madden game, it's like you was losing and then you decide to shoot a nigga. Like, when did we get to a point where it stopped getting about fighting? Like, you lost the game. If it was that bad and nigga wanted to fight you, then we could go outside, we could square up, and then come back in and play the game. But now we shooting.
That's all we did growing up was fight. I fought every close friend, cousin, over every single video game, and that's what brought us together closer. Yeah, like, after you fought, you respect each other. Y'all came tighter and fought for each other. Any minute, y'all stepped out in public. You know what I mean? It was just, I don't know. I guess it's just different generations.
Yeah, it's a fact. So I don't know.
But we also have to acknowledge the fact that, you know, the cameras with the bullying, that could also be a huge factor of why people are scared to catch an ass whooping, because it's going to be seen by more eyes than just the people that's there.
Yeah, but the way that people are set up, though, they, like, even if you get your ass whooped on camera, they're still gonna move on to the next thing the next day. Like, it's not that long.
Yeah.
People will forget all about you in a couple of days. Like, the next video that comes out, somebody getting beat up is gonna be shared. Like,
definitely.
I also like I was saying too. Another thing, what you were saying, is it's too like not dramatized, but it's like too publicized. Like, every time like something like happens, they make it a big deal. Like, it doesn't stay within the community. Like, it goes viral, and then like they talk about it in the news and all that. Like, that makes it worse to the person getting, you know, in the video being victim, like the bully victim, or like the person getting beat up, because you know, it's everywhere now. It's not just on the internet and like the people in your town see it. Like, now people see it on the news, like, oh, let me look up this now. Oh, okay, oh, that's so, you know, they got something to say. It used
to be just your block.
Yeah, your neighborhood,
your cafeteria.
Yeah,
that you got clowns in.
Yeah.
But then hold on, but then the next fight, that they'll be forgetting about you, unless it's an epic fight. Like, they're not gonna be talking about it again. It's gonna be forgotten. But now that it's on camera, everybody's talking about it, and it's like everywhere. It's global. People are commenting on it and like coming at you, like saying like, "Oh, how'd you get your ass whooped?" Blah blah blah, and all this other shit. Like, before, it used to just be your friends for like 2 days. That's it.
I get it. My thing is that I just feel like we gotta have some type of social responsibility. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody made a great point. I forget who said this, but if we had, I don't know, we up to like 80, 90, 100 shootings or whatever. If we had 100 planes crash in America, everybody would be like, what is going on?
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? Like, why is there 100 planes falling out the sky? Yeah. This is what this shit is. It's a plane crash. Like, why are we not looking at it like it's a plane crash? One person dying in a mass shooting is too many for me. For me to have any type of social responsibility and be like, yo, like, what is going on? Like, why do we have this many guns in this country? Like, what are we doing?
Well, we have a lot of issues in this country, and it's beyond the guns, because guns can't kill people unless the people want to pull the trigger. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people that do own guns that ain't never killed nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Like Americans are really, you know, like, Our priorities have been, I guess you know, the famous word is trifling. Our priorities have been a little trifling lately. It's been a little ass backwards because we can't seem to just understand as in why we can't value human life the same way I guess we were taught when we were young. I guess once you hit a certain age or something, I don't know.
I think America, like, everyone in this country is like in love with guns. Like, everyone has this fascination with guns. Like, what gets me mad is like, I saw a video today. What was it? Someone got robbed or whatever. Someone was getting robbed, and I'm reading the comments and they're saying like, oh man, if that was an open carry state or whatever, like, oh boom, that would have been solved. Like, how is that your logic? Like, how do you think that guns are gonna change things, or murdering people is gonna change? Like, murdering that person, that would have changed everything. That would have, okay, that person would have got robbed, but what is that gonna change? Like,
you see, that's the sad shit about, like, you know, society. Everybody want to pull that trigger, but nobody want to go to jail. You know.
Nobody want to go to jail. Nobody want to go to jail, boy.
Everybody want to be that real nigga until it's time to do real time. And you know what's another thing that pisses me off? You can have somebody that's so quick to be like, yeah, you know, my hammer game, boom, boom, shoot somebody, right? And be the first ones to be like, fuck the police, or all that shit. Or this person over here is snitching, and that person is snitching. But let somebody kill one of your family members, you know what I'm saying? Then it's a whole different story. These niggas is like, yo, free my man so-and-so, that nigga just killed somebody's uncle.
This is
but
true.
You're not thinking about, yo, if that was your uncle, how would you feel? You want justice now, though, right? Because it's your family. Right. But you saying free my man. Your man just killed that man's uncle. Niggas, the game is twisted.
Yeah, you make a good point because
twisted.
The dude, you know, to bring it back to hip hop, the dude TK, the one that does the run, you know, he got charges, open charges of murder, and we got people in the rap game talking about free TK.
Right.
Like, I don't know his case. I don't know him as a person. But if you're not his brother, his mother, or somebody that's close to him, you shouldn't be saying free this dude.
Right.
Like, he killed somebody in cold blood over probably something that was stupid. Like, so that's what I'm saying when it comes to where's the responsibility? Like, where is the social responsibility? Y'all saying free this man, he didn't kill somebody.
Remember, sorry to cut you off. But remember going all the way back to episode 1 when we brought up R. Kelly, and it said we had a social responsibility at that point to say something about that and make a stand. Like, listen, we don't that pedophile stuff on any level shall not be tolerated. You understand what I'm saying? And this should be the same thing with gun violence. I understand, you know, certain matter of fact, we all come from those environments where you need one. You feel you need one. Understood. Defense is defense. You understand what I'm saying? But there's murder, mass murder stuff, and then over the petty. Like, listen, man, what happened to let's go in the closet, let's handle this real quick. I used to love that one. I used to love getting that one-on-one. Because after that one-on-one, you know, that situation behind you after that,
it's over.
It's over.
There's one on gun right now. There's one on gun, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody's a real man to get that gun.
Everybody a real man, but they ain't a real man when they doing that time.
Doing that time, and then
you know what I'm saying?
Looking for
I do a lot of visits. You understand what I'm saying?
So niggas don't give visits. The niggas who you trying to impress, you know, that you want to be a real nigga to. Those niggas don't send you no package. Those niggas ain't writing you no letters. None of that. No visits. They not trying to go all the way out west to visit you.
That's a fact.
Hop on the bus. It's cold. Winter time.
Most likely when you in there, they gonna be fucking your bitch.
And yeah.
The same ones that's gonna be with your baby mother, talking about, you know what I'm saying, yeah, hold him down and all that shit.
While at the same time wearing a t-shirt saying free my man.
Free my man.
Where's the loyalty at? There's no loyalty in the streets, man.
Some chicks ain't loyal either. You know? Chicks, they want to get with the dude that got the newest car or whatever. This nigga hustling. You know, he's a real nigga. He out there getting money. As soon as he get caught up and do some serious time, he do some fed time, she's on to the next nigga with the newest car, with more bread, moving more work. And the cycle keep going on and on and on.
But the funniest thing about that is like the ones that do that, they'll be sitting there, like they will do the visits,
Right.
and like give like do the conjugal visits and all that, and then still hold them down, but they're still out there fucking. Like most likely, like you said, like either the dude's friends or his enemies, one or the other.
It's
The
like
worst
jail
part.
for
The
nothing.
worst part would be
It's
when
like,
she
all right, so
fucking-
you went to jail for nothing. Like I'm trying to impress you, like I'm trying to get money, be somebody out here and impress you. But you're gonna go ahead and like fuck like one of my niggas like when I'm away, like I'm not really making money. Like yeah, you're gonna visit me because when I come back out, you're still gonna know that I'm that nigga. But like you're gonna be fucking like the next man. Like so you make sure that you like pretty much your bills are paid, like your lifestyle's taken care of.
Yeah.
Then they try to justify it to you, like I was holding you down.
Yeah.
Like I was making
Like, I
sure
got
nobody
money.
else. Yeah, I was making
Yeah.
sure nobody else was fucking your chick. Like, like yo, I'm holding you down.
Yo,
bro.
better me than this nigga, right?
Yeah, better be that nigga across the street, right?
Yeah, word.
Nah, bro.
Alright.
I
That's
thought
not how
you
that works.
appreciate that, you know?
Yeah, like
No, don't worry why that kid looks a little bit like me. Like, well, we got the same eyebrows. Don't worry about
Right,
that.
I'm
Like,
like-
bro, that's your baby.
I'm
bro.
like, dog, man, are you serious right now? My chick supposed to look like a nigga to you. Like, are you serious?
because it does relate to it. I meant to say it earlier. It's like just last week in Chicago, like what it had like 60 confirmed deaths.
Crazy.
Like that's
That was
ridiculous.
outrageous.
You talk about like one person dying in like a mass shooting. That's wrong. This is like actual like gang violence, like inner city shit. Like that's not a mass shooting. That's isolated incidents.
yeah.
It's like that's way too much.
You know-
Way too much. That's like war casualties. That's like you think Iraq when you hear that, not fucking Midwest America.
America, yeah.
You know what's bad when the police is scared to patrol the streets, thinking they gonna get killed. That's when you know shit is bad. If they in the area and there's a lot of deaths and they killing. They
That
just
sound
scared
like
to
a
do their
third world
job.
country.
They scared to do their job.
Yeah,
But then you got the law enforcement.
I did a little
that's killing
traveling and-
motherfuckers,
and-
though. You see?
yeah.
Man, we can't get into that.
Yo, I would
that's
keep
a,
it
that's a
100.
whole nother
It's
Yeah.
a whole
But
100,
really.
but you know what? It all goes together as one. And we talking about gun violence.
Yeah.
Police is so quick to go grab the gun. You know how many times they pull you over? They got two cops. Both of them come out. Both of them got
With their hand on their
gun.
guns.
Both of them.
I'm like,
I'm not even doing
Jesus
that.
I
I got my
Christ.
light on.
I think it goes back to, like I said, we have an unhealthy relationship with guns, because when I was reading the comments all today, I was hearing from people that are outside the country and they're like, what is going on over there?
Oh yeah.
Like that's like you being in the neighborhood and there's 150 deaths in the next town. You like, son, what is going on in the next town that's not going on in here, because we ain't got this many
Not a
deaths.
state.
What's going on over there that there's so many people dying of guns? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then as soon as somebody brings it up, it's like, oh, they trying to take our guns. Like, I don't think it's that simple.
No, well. Let's bring up the fact that the NRA is very, 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 very powerful. The way they're no, yeah.
They're a big
But
contributor to the
they
government.
lobby.
Like,
They lobby hard. They lobby hard. Think about what was that number? It was gargantuan of how much money that they was just giving up for the last.
Yeah, they're
I
number
thought it was
one
the
lobby.
pharmaceutical company number
They-
2.
They're right above the pharmaceutical.
No, they are above the pharmaceutical company.
That's crazy.
Great Pharma loses to the NRA.
But
Don't ever
see-
get it
but see,
twisted.
this is what I'm saying. This is why that Parkland shooting was different, because now the NRA is going bankrupt. Now they spending too much money on ads, and the idea of guns is shifting in a different direction. And I feel like, to bring it back to hip hop, we need our artists to start having a social responsibility too. That's like, I'm cool with the art being the art, okay? But then you see the same artists, they be in their Instagram, guns, money.
Yeah,
shit
no.
like that.
And you see,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
even Meek Mill has shed some light on that. I think I believe that, you know, we should limit all that. We should limit, you know, just promoting the whole negative image.
Yo,
We should limit that.
Just to bring up, like what you said, like a social responsibility. Like look at, for example, to give you a great example of how like Royce the 5'9", like he's from Detroit, like talks about guns in like all of his songs, but you see on his Instagram just pictures of him and his family.
Yeah.
Like T.I., like
Exactly.
known gun, you know, hand nailed somebody who got caught with guns, felonies for guns. You see him just pictures with him and his family. That's it. Don't
Yeah,
bring
T.I.
that
don't want
up.
to talk about it no
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
Just
I
that's a
understand-
little
as an
thing
artist,
that you can do.
as
like,
an artist, I understand that you want to be able to create your art. There's a lot of things that, like Power and like what's another show? Even the movies that we watch, like Paid in Full and Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, those are good movies, and they glorify guns to a certain point. But that's art, and it's fake. It's different when you make a song about shooting people, and then you actually out here shooting people. Like that's the disconnect where the younger artists are actually making songs about shooting people, and then they shooting people. Like it's different. We used to our artists being like, I shot 150 people. You're like, all right, cool. But then these dudes is out here shooting, killing each other, for real. Yeah, like that's where I'm like, alright, this shit is getting too crazy now. It's like it's getting out of hand.
But even still, then like when you mention those movies, they still, even though they was shooting and all that, the gang and all that, it all still had a message. Within that movie.
Right.
You know.
Oh, all of them did. All those John Singleton things.
Think about like Boys in the Hood. You saw how there was a part. You know, when he was standing there talking about like
the billboards,
the billboard and all that.
Of course.
Society. The grandfather was trying to give his grandson some religion, let him know.
Yeah.
You had
And he asked him, was he afraid to die?
Yeah, the Muslim dudes on Pops, you know.
Yeah, and he said if Allah could show him how to be a better man than Jesus could, well, you know what, I'm all for that. And I always thought about that. That resonated with me, just as a black man and just me having a son in this world. And as a father, you see when you're young, you look at it at one perspective, but once you know you got your legacy just right there, you looking at them, and you want to change the world, man, and you want a better world for them, and you want a better world for all of us around.
Also another good one, like when you mentioned like the movies, like how that messages, like the end of Boys in the Hood, what Ice Cube said, and that goes back to what we were saying before, like
don't show.
I expected to see my my brother's murder on TV, but they don't even, when it comes to us, like they don't know, don't show or don't care, whatever he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like
don't know, don't show.
They have all these like shootings in like in Chicago or Detroit, like anywhere, and like
never make CNN.
Never make CNN. Those mass shootings.
Never make BBC.
Those are the ones that make it. But like like why is it that our killings are less?
Like the movies do it, but why can't songs do it? You know what I'm saying? Like songs never, they just glorify the guns and.
Well, cause like that's the art. Like listen to like the Davies song. What was it again? You know what I'm talking about? The end of Kyrie Chanel. The end of Kyrie Chanel. The last song. Don't shoot.
Oh, don't shoot.
Yeah, that's like
going through the different phases of his life.
You was talking about guns throughout your mixtape. You talk about like gang banging and shooting, but your last song is like you talking about a real experience where like you're a little kid, then you're a teenager, and adult. Like
and just how your environment really molded you into.
This is why we're this way.
Yeah,
and it's like you see from the officer's eyes, like
oh man, just the way that they start with us since we're kids, we always have to address that.
That's rare.
But
most of the time when you hear a song about guns, it's one-sided. I'm shooting a person. They never talk about the victim or what happens to the family or what happens to the person that shoots because they get caught. You know what I'm saying? So there's another aspect that we never talk about, which is after you do that murder, after you created that body, you're in jail, and now you're cycling through a system, and now your family has to deal with you being in jail. Now your kid has to be with you being in jail, and most likely is going to be in jail themselves. Like, so there's another part of the gun violence that we don't never talk about.
That's
we
true.
do movies, because that was Menace to Society was about that. Remember,
facts,
he was visiting
his OG that raised him.
That was out there really doing it. And his son was about to.
And he was cool with it, remember? And that was a normal reaction because he saw that he really loved her.
Purnell said, "I want you to take my son and get him out of here, so he don't go through the same thing I had to go."